Nobody would have thought that I would be the one. Reiner, sports talk. Baseball, 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 baseball.
Oh, with the big mic. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Okay, now I get it.
We had a lightning strike, boys. What happened over there, Grego? We had a little lightning strike right outside the window.
All right. Here's a tip for all these Americano League teams. Don't.
Wait, you said tip?
Yeah, tip.
Okay.
With a P.
Keep jamming.
The ticket, colon, nothing but a big Gen X jerk-off session.
This is a cool night or what?
Although somebody would hear that and go, bullshit.
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah.
That was a little rough.
Yes,
That one was.
that's what I was talking about. I was like, man, the last 2 months for me has been kind of we've had a news cycle that's been pretty vicious.
Yeah.
So
We need more bits.
yeah, a little bit more bits.
Yeah.
A little bit more bits. I'm okay. We'll find one here in a sec,
Damn right we
and
will.
we'll get on top of it.
You're not fun. You're not happy with all this fun news we've had.
We could use some levity.
Levity indeed.
Yeah.
Are we live right now?
Damn
Yes,
right
we are.
Oh,
We are.
oh boy,
You bet we are.
Once the button goes, I'm
That's
ready to
right.
rock.
God.
That's right. When she says go, Mike, that's
You
I was
did.
paying attention.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to have a little bit of a. Hey, are we going right now? Just to check, just
little
to double
playful
check.
banter,
You know,
yeah.
we got tons of bandwidth on
Yeah.
the socials right now.
We're,
So much
we're big fans of the, shall we say, soft beginning around here.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
We're
yes.
just soup's
You
cash.
kind of ease your way into it. You just don't just come on and say hello.
That's my job. That's what I do every day.
Soft beginning sounds like a porn.
Yeah.
Can't really argue with that.
Is that
Yeah.
such a bad thing?
We talked about a lot of porn today.
Yeah, it's been kind of a weird.
Talking about porn.
Yeah, we've had a weird pre-show even
Yeah, we
before you
did.
got here.
Yeah, we
There's
have.
a lot happening.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
You don't.
Keep me out of it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
No
rugged
problem.
day around here. Look who we have with us
Yay.
once again.
Hey,
Who is it?
Let's
is
go.
The great Matt Howerton
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
everybody.
of
Yay.
WFAA. It's getting very, very close to his bedtime.
Very close. They called me in as a. Can I say I was a last minute fill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
you were.
Yeah.
Previously, yeah.
A pinch hitter, yes.
There we go. Came
I'm
out of the
pulling.
bullpen.
I'm coming up in the ninth, ready to rock. Just fresh,
Yeah.
fresh, ready to talk about whatever you guys want to talk. It helps that I live right down the road. I mean,
That's a good
I actually timed it. Last time I think I got here like 10 minutes early, and I felt like I was stepping on the toes a little bit, and so I was like, I'm gonna
never
try to come
around
up.
here.
I'm gonna try to come 5 minutes early this time, and I still kind of got here a little bit early. So it wasn't that hard
We're
of a
happy to
drive.
have you.
Yeah,
Very
it's been
happy
fun.
to have you.
How's
Well,
life?
How's it been?
Oh,
man?
yeah.
Yeah. Who's
That's
interviewing
for me
who?
to ask you.
It's been good.
Nobody wants to hear about mine. We want to hear about yours.
What's happening, Ash?
Point out that Michael has on a button-up down shirt.
Yeah, man. Look at you.
Pants
You're
and a button-up.
professional.
He's trying to impress you.
Yeah, and I don't know why either.
He's wearing a button down. I'm wearing a Shawn Michaels
That's who it is.
WrestleMania T-shirt. Heartbreak Kid. They think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. You know. All right. If anybody, you Heartbreak Kid fans out there,
Damn right.
that's it. That's it. Grooves is all about it.
Hell yeah.
Reiner's like Shawn Michaels. Yes.
He's heard the name.
Wasn't he?
Have I?
Wasn't he with the Stones?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. What with the Rolling Stones for
Yeah.
a while? What a keyboard player. He's set off to the side.
He was with Blue Oyster Cult. He played the
He was
the
next to the
sax.
cowbell guy.
He was an excellent cowbell. Yeah,
Yeah.
He was
Yes.
a cowbell
Next
guy.
to him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was the fill-in cowbell.
Right.
After that one
Backup.
character. Yes, indeed. Quite.
Well, here I am, button down shirt and all, ready to talk to Matt Howerton once
Yes.
again.
Yes.
Of WFAA. Now, when we had him on last, I believe he was about to make the transition, or had you already done it?
I think I was a month in.
That's right.
Oh, you
By
were?
the time we did this, I was just learning how to sleep during the day, which has been a challenge.
Oh, it is.
But
It is.
like all day, I'm sleep is where I'm at. If I get done, I'm like, where can I get my nap in? Where can I get a little cat nap?
Yeah, what's your
Where can
routine
I
now?
sleep? So still getting that 2 a.m. wake up call. You know, which
Yes,
again,
now he's on Good Morning Texas.
so get that 2 a.m. wake up call, roll out of bed, try not to wake up the wife, who, by the way, is wearing like a helmet now to go to sleep because number one, I snore, and number two, I'm like a bull in a china shop when I wake up. It's just I hit everything, pulling the drawers out. She's just kind of like what? So we got her
a lot of racket.
Yeah,
huh?
so we got her a helmet. It looks like one of those Guardian caps that the football players have, and it like she wears it around her head, and it's like an eye mask, but it also has like white noise in it on the side. So it's almost like it's like a softer way to wear headphones to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, it is super sexy.
Damn.
It's incredible. You should see her with it. She is an absolute gorgeous woman.
Oh.
But either way, it's funny. So yeah, that's the wake up call's been kind of getting used to that. Go to work.
Now, do you set an alarm or what
Yeah.
gets you going?
I got three alarms.
All right.
One goes off at 1:45. I'm like, all right, I got 15 minutes. One goes off at 2. I'm like, all right, I got 15 minutes. One goes off at 2:15. If I miss a 2:15, I know I'm going to be late. So I go in and I get the shower, get the hair done up, do some, face wash and try to get, ready for the makeup to be applied, which is the most masculine thing that you do every single morning. I do it. Everyone thinks that I have like someone do it for me. You should see me walking into a Sephora. I have no idea what I'm buying. I just have to go talk to the people and I'm like, I just need some foundation and some powder, and that's it. And they sell me the most expensive brushes. They sell me the most expensive, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, you gotta go big for that stuff.
I know
it's
it's true, but there's some
can't screw around with that stuff.
There's
Gotta look right.
There's some women that are like, you are getting ripped off, and I'm like, okay, I got it, duly noted.
Yeah.
But the good news is I don't have to buy very much of it. It lasts for probably like 5 to 6 months, which is helpful. It's helpful. I don't need a ton yet.
What time is pre-show?
We have an editorial meeting around 3:30, and that's when the great Greg Fields comes in, talks to us about the forecast. Today it was messy, and so on air I was like, the forecast at Dallas Stadium is also going to be messy today. Yes, indeed.
Yes,
I don't know if you guys watch that.
Yeah.
Was that a drop?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Okay. All right. Good. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
yeah.
think he heard that, Shoopy. Listen to this.
Yeah, give me
line.
that one. That sounds like me after 6 beers.
That sounds like someone after 6 beers. That's our friend
That sounds
Doyle
like
King.
nothing I've ever heard.
Yeah. That's our man Doyle King. Like Shoopy and I first met him when we were at the ticket and he was filling in as a traffic guy.
Is that his actual laugh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got,
my
dude, he's
God.
got a great voice.
What a
Like,
cackle.
If you ever break down on the freeway
What?
Yeah, listen to this.
He's giving advice.
or have a wreck, please, if you have to get out of your car, and sometimes it's pretty important you do, step over the guardrail, step over the concrete wall.
Okay.
Get out of the way of any traffic because they will run over you.
No. Did that play after?
I
Okay,
made
this
a
is
little
an edit.
montage
Okay,
of-
this is an edit.
But
Okay,
like,
all right.
The thing, right, that whole advice, that was legit. Like,
That was like a
Yes.
paid traffic segment,
Yeah,
and then
I
he
mean,
was
that's him.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
we had him
okay.
on, and he just was like, "Hey, before I go, I got to give some advice to everybody out there." And then, the laugh was a separate
That's
thing.
kind of insane how he has this golden butter voice, but then he sounds just like a witch on a
Oh,
broomstick
yeah. The dude's nuts.
flying around.
Yeah. He's one of the most interesting, entertaining people we've ever met.
Wow.
It's somewhat related to Shawn Michaels. He was
Okay.
an announcer at the Dallas Sportatorium during the old Von Erich days. and all
No.
that. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, there's pictures of him, and he looks glorious.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Dude,
So Doyle
Von-
King,
Yeah, he was in his halcyon days for sure
yes.
then.
No
that man
way.
was living back then.
You know, we met Kevin Von Erich. We did a story
yeah.
with him right before the Iron Claw came out. That movie about, obviously, which, by the way, the Von Erich family story is
Tragic.
so tragic and bleak and awful. And I mean, he's like the only surviving son of all the brothers. I think one died by accident. I think the oldest died by accident. Then
There's a lot that happened.
yeah, then his youngest son or his youngest brother died by accident, and then I think the other two committed suicide, I want to say.
Something like that.
I think there was 5. And he's the only one out of the 5 that's still alive.
One was like toxic shock syndrome.
That was it. That was it. Yes, correct. But there was a young one too that I think died by accident.
Kind of always had like health issues. And
Yeah.
Tried to be a wrestler and just, I think it took too much out of him. And,
right, because there was Kerry. He was like the big name in the family.
Right.
Like he was like the big, the big showstopper. Yeah. And he ended up. I believe he's the one who took his own life.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry, Mike, Chris, and Kerry all took their own lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I hate to start the podcast off on a really sad note.
We started by laughing at Doyle King. That's what you get with this show.
Yeah, well, but Kevin Von Erich is like the coolest guy. He's like
awesome.
and he's obviously got like a really neat story of, mental health, talking about how to treat yourself and obviously kind of look under the hood every now and again, because most men, especially in that, kind of sporting environment, I think fail to sometimes. At least back in the 80s and 90s, it felt like everyone was running hard.
Yeah, just rub some dirt on it. You know, don't have emotions. Just keep going
most
forward.
people in that arena still do.
Yeah.
I mean, they still do it like that. They don't think about mental health and that stuff.
I would bet they've gotten better, but
I think it's gotten better. But you still have that superhero mentality.
Yes, yes.
You have people cheer for you. You're probably on certain substances to.
Yeah, I mean, the stories that like old wrestlers talk about when it comes down to drinking and doing, any sort of scheduled one narcotics, it's just unbelievable. It's like people, and then they have stories about like Andre the Giant, who would drink like barrels of wine and still wasn't able to get, drunk. He had like 80 beers one night, I think. Ric Flair said he was with him, or I can't remember if it was Ric Flair or someone else. I know Paul Wedding is one of our guys at our station, and he's like an encyclopedia of wrestling. So I'm going to butcher some of these stories, but yeah, and then just the amount of just torment they would do on their bodies, and not just their bodies, but their like inner selves. It was just kind of a wild. The 80s, 90s were really kind of a wild time for wrestling.
Yeah. So Ric Flair said 106 beers in Charlotte, North Carolina.
What a place to have 106 beers.
Boy, that's where you want to be if you're going to do that.
Yeah, and supposedly
go Tar Heels.
In New Orleans, he apparently had 125.
Wow.
That's,
oh my gosh. Went to Harris after.
Like at some point, you just got to be tired of just.
I mean, he was 7'7", wasn't he? I mean, he was.
Well, yeah, but still, like that's still a large amount of liquid sloshing around.
I tried to.
These days, I can't imagine drinking 2 beers.
Right.
I try to do an Andre the Giant impression with Lauren, my wife, whenever she's getting on my nerves. Like she cooks me dinner, which I'm incredibly grateful for, and she would also like some help sometimes, but I'm just terrible whenever I help. So it often is a let's try to get Matt to help. Matt helps. He's poor at it, and then she's like she yells at me. I'm like it's Andre the Giant's like he like every time he would talk, he's not like he can't understand him. He's like a French guy. He's like Hulk Hogan. Anyway, it's not great. It's not my best one, but.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's an impression of an impression, and I got to go with what I got.
Okay,
it's not
second generation, not that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. Not that bad.
That's what makes you magical.
Yes. Well, Kevin Von Erich put me in an Iron Claw at the premiere of the Iron Claw because we talked to him before the movie came out, and he had moved back to the States. He was living in Hawaii, and just like. On the reservation, just didn't want to be around anybody, was real quiet, clearly had gone through a lot in his life with his brothers all dying and his family kind of going to the ringer, and then came back and then started kind of opening up again, and then the movie gets made, and so we hung out with him, and he did like a Q&A with Dale Hansen down at the Majestic, and that was a super fun sit down just to watch, because I think Dale was... I didn't know this, but Dale was somewhat of a wrestling fan back in his day, covering Dallas sports, and knew of the Von Erich family. And anyway, we got to meet, Zac Efron and like all these other wrestling, Trish Stratus, Chavo Guerrero. Yeah. But anyway, Kevin Von Erich. I was like, "Can you put me in an Iron Claw?" And he goes, "Sure." And he just grabbed my head on the red carpet and just put me in an Iron Claw. I was like,
"Did it hurt?"
No. Obviously,
like he knows
how to make it look. Yeah. Huh?
Any video of that out there?
Yeah. It's on my Instagram actually. I want to say look closer toward the World Series coverage. It is right after that.
Okay.
And yeah, he put me in an ice iron claw, and it was a memorable moment because then I asked Jeremy Allen White, who was the chef in The Bear, and has a lot of other great actor, and he's got a lot of other movies that he's in, and looks exactly like Gene Wilder. And so he plays Carrie in the movie, I want to say, because Zac Efron plays Kevin. Yes. And anyway, so I asked Jeremy Allen White to do it, and this is like a Robert De Niro-esque up-and-coming actor. Yeah, there you go. There's a picture of it right there. There's a video right after.
Shows up, but let's see.
Yeah, if you go up one more, or I think down one more.
Okay.
There's a video of me recapping the whole thing, and I just kind of do a couple of interviews with them. If you want to play it, I don't want to
Yeah,
drag.
I don't know if we really have the capability immediately, but
You gotta give me a minute.
yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
We don't do live.
It's not NASA
we don't
around
have
here.
a minute. This is live podcast here.
Remember, some of us have to build it.
Yeah. We got to have one professional in the building.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
so you're in pre-show.
Yes. We're talking about the Von Erichs. That's it right there, actually.
And who runs pre-show?
We have
Good Morning Texas.
It's Daybreak. Good Morning Texas is right after us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Two
Daybreak.
different things, but it's okay.
Yeah.
People get them confused
My
often.
bad.
Hey man, I just want people to watch, or they're gonna fire me. So I just want everyone to know what it is. You can watch Good Morning Texas too, but we have an executive producer who kind of runs down like, hey, here's the stories that our reporters are on today. Here's what happened overnight. Here's, kind of where we're going with this story. This is what this story is. And we just kind of talk about the content that's in the show. And then if something breaks, then, we bust off a reporter and they go to that. And then the show starts at 5. I put my makeup on badly right beforehand.
You look great.
You do it yourself?
I do it myself. It's like, I was pretty good at watercolors back as a kid, just kind of cover the whole corners. And then, kind of, that's pretty much what you do. You just kind of go around and then put some powder on and call it a day. But it looks different every day. There are women in our industry that are pros at it. Like they will have everything down to a science. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll just make sure that's covered up. Oh, got a blemish here. Cover that. And then, okay, we're good. It's pretty quick. But I used to watch John McKay put on his own makeup, and he was also a pro at it. Got through that thing super quick. Scientific, very scientific. Didn't need a lot either. He was also kind of in the same ballpark. There's some male, some I know some people in the industry, especially as they get older, they need a little bit more.
Name names.
I don't want to. I would, but I'd be stepping on.
We're trying to go viral, man.
I don't want it. People you wouldn't even know. People I don't even work with anymore.
Fair
but
enough.
Either way, it's an interesting hour and a half of understanding what's going on, and then kind of us getting ready we read the scripts that are there for these said things. We write teases, we write headline stuff that kind of like, hey, coming up next, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And then we put it like kind of in like when someone writes for you, like they write a script for you, like a producer writes a script for you. Sometimes it's often not how you would probably say it out loud, and that's kind of where anchors kind of can come in and say, well, this doesn't exactly have my voice, so let me just kind of write it to the way that, we don't obviously mess with the protein of the script, but you can say things, that sound more like we are at One Nasty talking to each other versus
Good old One Nasty.
versus I'm at the spelling bee, reading something, right off the prompter.
Right.
So anyway, but that's mainly what that hour and a half is for. Is kind of looking over all that stuff. We used to have the show used to start at 4:30, not 5. And so you would only have an hour to get ready to roll, read through the stuff that was happening. And then there were oftentimes you would go out there and I was like reading through stuff as we went because, you just kind of come in at 3:30 and then you get started right away. So you have to kind of be familiarized with a lot of the things that are happening. Pretty quick, but now we have that extra 30 minutes. It really helps.
Nice.
I remember that 4:30 was really hard. I filled in a couple times doing that, and I was like, I gotta be sharp as a tack.
So how many producers do you guys have?
Oh man,
show?
I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 that work as writers and content like builders through the show.
Yeah.
And then we have one executive producer, and then I think we have 5. We at least have 5 at any given time. Then I believe we have 1 to 2 editors cutting video for the show. And we have someone on our news desk listening to the old scanners. 7855. It's like literally, I don't know if you guys have ever listened to scanners before for news, but it's so bad because all of the sounds that come through a police radio scanner are not pleasant at all.
I wouldn't think.
Like, it's like literally like, and they're like kind of just certain ways that calls begin and end. And I used to have an old assistant news director in Waco, and he was going deaf in his left ear because the scanners were always to the left of him in our newsroom. And you would come up to him and you would talk to him in his right ear. He'd be cool. But if you approached him from his left ear, it would take him a second to be like, oh, what?
Yeah,
excuse me.
scare the hell out of him, probably.
What's going on? Yeah. He'd also break a lot of keyboards. It was really funny. He was a really interesting guy.
Like typing too hard or just getting mad?
Yes. Like he's a very like efficient and purposeful typer.
Gotcha.
And so he would bust a couple of caps off the keyboard, and then once it was broken, he would just go. And then he
Just
would
finish the job.
He
Yeah.
would pull another one. He'd pull another one out of his cabinet. And he'd plug it in. I swear to God, that happened in Market 88. He was a great guy. His
Well, I
name-
can imagine somebody typing that hard.
That's some aggression right there.
I mean, he's just, he had been in it in a long time. His name's Rick Bradfield. He's sadly no longer with us, but he was around during the Waco siege with the Branch Davidian stuff, and like did a documentary on it and all sorts of stuff. He was a really good newsman. But yeah, had just been doing it a long time. So when he wanted to get his job done during the day, he was all about it. He was 0 to 90 typing.
Yeah. Were you about 11 when all that happened?
Oh gosh, when was that? 1995, 96?
Like
I would have been maybe 5 or 6 years old when that happened. I remember when it happened. In fact, my mother to this day says that she saw Timothy McVeigh at Mr. Gaddy's in Ennis, Texas when we were there while he was on his way picking up the racing fuel to create those bombs for the Oklahoma City bombing. That's a true story. Like he went to go get racing fuel at the Texas Motorplex. I believe it's the Motorplex in Ennis. That's where they do like NHRA drag racing and stuff.
Yeah.
And when they built the truck that was outside of the Oklahoma City building, they used racing fuel to accelerate all the ammonium nitrate that they were exploding. And my mom swears up and down that we were both in Mr. Gaddy's and she saw him stop and get pizza, which is eerie as all get out. And my mom can be a little bit, sometimes she can see, like, she'll say things, but she's like, Matt, I'm almost positive I saw him.
Oh, now it's become she's almost positive.
Yeah, right. But it's kind of
start to try to pin her down.
But it is kind of crazy because that Mr. Gaddy's is right next to the Motorplex. And I was only in like kindergarten when that happened anyway. So kindergarten or first grade.
Does she know what kind of za that he got?
No, absolutely not. No. I mean, it's a buffet.
Right. He had
she didn't expand. She didn't expand on that.
You get out of there.
Yeah, but
you got other things to do.
Yeah,
but it was funny.
Crazy bread.
She did mention that, and that was before I knew that he went and picked up that racing fuel at that location. And I looked it up, and I was like, man, he really did go do that.
Well,
so I was like. And if I had known that beforehand, I'm like, Mom, come on. You're just telling. You just heard that he was in Ennis and you put that together. But I don't think they even talked about it very much until it was like out at trial. Or I think before the FBI started like digging into how he made that truck, that rental truck. Or the one that was laced with all the bombs. We are really talking about some incredibly happy stories.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely in the weeds here.
Last time you got a lot of fun me. Now we're just getting really into the news. We're getting into the news.
More in depth.
It's always fun, you.
We get past the surface after the first interview.
Well, let's see some of that Iron Claw footage.
Oh.
If you got it up, I saw you had it ready. I don't want to step on it.
Yes,
Let's do a quick hard turn into pro wrestling.
All right.
Oh. Can you actually hear it?
Maybe.
Why not?
Not, then they can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we're not set up to do this? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, technically our mic, but
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll post the links later.
Oh, we're gonna do it now.
And now you made her mad.
Now we're gonna do it.
How dare you?
How
Oh,
dare
my
you?
gosh.
Hey,
Oh,
we
my gosh.
appreciate y'all.
I'm sorry, Ashley. I didn't mean it.
Hey, we appreciate
Can we
y'all.
start over?
As your penance, do a read for the CBD House of Healing.
Oh,
right.
there
I'll
we
do
go.
that.
Let's get that out of the way. Get the ad read out of the way.
And I will tell everybody that this is the great Matt Howerton with us.
Yeah, I
You
get
see
paid
him?
every time he says it.
You see him
Matt
on
Howerton.
WFAA,
Stop saying his name.
Daybreak.
Yes.
I got it right then. didn't
Yes,
I?
you did. You nailed it.
All right.
Nailed it right out of the
It's
park.
Daybreak. It's not Good Morning Texas, which comes on after them. This is Daybreak.
Which
That's
you can
where they-
watch that too. You can watch all of it.
That's where they do the hard stuff.
In fact, just turn on the TV and don't turn it off.
Yeah, turn it on.
Just leave that. I turn them all on in my house just so we can get the ratings.
Nice.
You know, that's how you work it. That's how you
smart.
work the system. You
Well,
get
now,
around
if you're all
Nielsen.
hyped up here, you can relax a couple
All right, let's take a
seconds.
little relax.
Yeah.
Because I got to talk about this. I got to talk about the CBD House of Healing. I love talking about the CBD House of Healing because the CBD House of Healing is good for everybody who is roaming through this world in a certain amount of pain. I have in my hand here the full spectrum salve stick that you get at the CBD House of Healing. And what you do if you've got something wrong with you, something tight, something that you turn your head a certain way and you feel it or whatever the case may be, what you need to do is get some of this stuff, rub it on there. It helps. I don't know if it's going to make it go away, but it definitely helps. And look, I know how this works because I'm saddled by a lot of this stuff these days myself. And if you're roaming through this world in pain, then, just something that helps, you'll settle for that gladly. Now, the CBD House of Healing has a lot of other stuff along these lines, and they approach it there from a very medicinal standpoint. The owner is a registered nurse, and it's not some, off-the-wall head shop we're sending you to or anything like that. It's all about making you feel better if you need to feel better. The CBD House of Healing is located at Northwest Highway and Plano Road in the northeast quadrant of that burgeoning intersection. Drive by, tell them you heard about it from us here on YDC, and start your healing at the CBD House of Healing.
Burgeoning intersection. See, that's the spelling bee grammar that we try to.
Yeah.
That's the Mike Reiner way of speaking. Never gets
Sorry, I
old.
can't help it.
Just unflappable. Incredible.
Makes me sound like I'm a lot smarter than I really am.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
That's how you
Get
make
that-
it in this business.
Get that
That's
dictionary
right.
out.
Yeah, you don't have to be smart. You just
Yeah,
have to
just fake it.
Yeah,
Learn
just
how to
fake it until you
it.
make it. You're
Whatever
good.
it takes.
Yeah.
totally good.
Wear a nice shirt. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's right. Throwing a nice button down
Yeah.
every now and then.
Put on some
They think I'm
pants.
cute.
Yeah. Put on a little makeup.
I got the looks. Drives a girl wild. I mean, you don't know the Shawn Michaels Heartbreak Kid. Before we get into, we're just talking all about wrestling today, and obviously I could have avoided it if I had just worn a better shirt. But his intro song is him, and he can't sing, but he can kind of like growl, and that's just like him throughout the entire opening song. Is like, I think I'm cute. They know I'm sexy. And it's like him just talking and growling. He's like, I'm just a sexy boy. And it's like, and he still walks out to it, I think, to this day.
Believe
So he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
You find anything over there, Shoopy? I know you're
there.
looking. All right.
That drives the girls wild. They really move them. Up and down their spies. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. It's like literally if you put him in a studio and you were like, here are these very remedial things to say.
We're not like they didn't even probably give him any sort of backing music. It's just say this like.
And it blows my mind. Everyone loves that song, or at least his intro music. But hey, man, that's what charisma and showmanship can get you in wrestling. As long as you make it look good, people will think it's $1 million.
Hey, that's the case anywhere.
I know.
In anything.
I know.
What are you doing, Ashley? Have you got something up over there that we need to hear?
We'll eventually get to this.
Yes, Michael.
Let's just not play it. Let's just keep teasing it.
next time you're on. Next time someone gets sick, we'll play it.
Okay.
But now I think if we don't play it, Ashley's going to fight us.
She might. Put
She
your
just went
dukes
through, like,
up.
10
She went
minutes of-
through a lot for that.
She did.
For you, Mike. The things
Yeah.
I do for you, man.
No,
I mean,
know.
if he had not worn this button down today,
yeah, that's
we
right. Where would we be then?
Yeah. The world is in a very, very personal trajectory for this video to be played.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right
It is.
now.
It is. It's this is a very shaky time. There's a lot going on out there right now.
You're gonna have to press play for the people in the audience that can't hear it.
Oh, that's
Am I
right.
playing it too?
We got to do it at the
we're
same
trying to
time.
sync it up.
And then I gotta play it for
Ah,
you
crap.
next.
This is some NASA level coordination.
Boy, this is.
Now I need to find it again.
I feel like I'm at the Space Center in Houston,
I'll get there.
the Johnson Space Center.
Just stay with us, everybody. This
Yeah.
will be worth.
Yeah.
Talk about some other stuff for a second.
Let me think.
I don't know. I had this next on the run sheet.
No, you didn't. You don't have a run sheet.
What? You feel like what?
On very much the same level right this second.
Oh, we are.
Okay.
We're sharing a
We
brain.
definitely are.
I would love to share a brain with Mike Reiner.
I'd love to
That would
share
be
one
fun.
with Matt Howerton.
The synapses would be firing. We would be
Yes.
on all full cylinders, man.
That's right.
We're now besties.
Of course.
Right, you want to try this?
It would be impossible to stop us.
Start this one.
I'm going to say I've got to
Start
try
this
to.
one.
Let's run for the oval.
Let's do.
2, 1.
We don't have any competition.
World premiere of the
Oh, son of
Iron
a.
Claw, a great film
How dare you!
about the Von Erich family, their wrestling exploits.
Well, we could see the video and hear it, so we should be okay.
Of the ring. Some huge stars here tonight. Zac Efron, he plays Kevin Von Erich. Jeremy Allen.
What a jaw, by the way.
He plays Kerry Von Erich, and also some star-studded wrestling personalities. Trish Stratus, women's champion Chavo Guerrero.
Dude,
he was here
Trish
as well.
Stratus
He helped choreograph
still
all the
looks
wrestling
amazing.
maneuvers in the film.
I believe it.
Last but not
Amazing.
least, Kevin Von Erich himself here to see the movie.
I'm not training them for WrestleMania. I'm training them to look like wrestlers in a scene.
He did like a lot of stunts in the film, or like coordinated for the movie.
Kevin Von Erich is one of the best to ever do it, and I put a lot of work in to make sure I played him as honestly as possible. And the training helped me into the mindset.
The movie is a celebration of
Yeah.
motherhood, celebration of
He directed it.
wrestling, and
Can't remember his name off the rip.
It's the stuff like I dreamed of as a kid.
I think people will really enjoy it because in the movie you can see that he loved his father, and that the brothers loved each other, and that was what was important.
So I got an understanding of the world and of these men. I was immediately.
So I got to get the protein out of the way, and then we get into the antics.
Job.
Do you mind putting me in an Iron Claw
There we
real
go.
quick for good luck?
Sure.
I'm ready, okay? Here we go. Go.
Here we go.
How's that? I don't hurt you. Okay, all right, good. Not one, but 2 Iron Claws.
That's pretty much it.
Nice.
But yeah, I could
Yay.
say that I got an Iron Claw from the Kevin Von Erich
And Jeremy Allen
Yeah.
White.
and Jeremy Allen White.
I was going to say, how many people can say they got both?
I know if he ends up winning an Oscar for something, I'm gonna be like that hand touched my head before it touched the little golden man, and that's important to me. You
As it
know,
should
that's
be.
important to me. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well,
but
you
yeah.
won that day, didn't you?
I actually, I really did. Like I was, that was after the World Series. I was on cloud 9, man. And they were like, "Do you want to cover a red carpet event with all these star-studded like wrestling personalities?" And I was like, "Yup, let's sign me up. I would love to go." And like Trish Stratus was like, she was a wrestler when I was a kid, and was like a huge crush of mine as a child. And then when you see her on the red carpet. I don't know how old she is right now, but she's got to be in her like 50s, maybe her late 40s, maybe her early 50s. But yeah, she's drinking from the fountain of youth, as you just saw. She is not aged a day at all. I don't know what peptides she's on, but if I can get a few, that'd be amazing. I'm not encouraging peptides, by the way. That is a massive joke. Apparently, everyone is trying to get them from China.
What are peptides? I don't know what those are.
And they're similar to they're similar to like GLP-1s, but they all claim to do certain things, and there's not a ton of scientific like research about their efficacy just yet. There's some, but there's not a ton.
This is gonna end up on our socials somehow, and it's gonna like all the adrenochrome people are
Oh no, we don't need that. We don't. We do not need that.
You may not need it, but we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take everybody.
Yeah, they are they're definitely not the House of Healing at all. They are.
No, they're not.
They are things that are engineered in a lab that help your body look better and feel better. But again, the long-term efficacy is still to be known. They just started kind of playing around with them. So who knows? But there's people currently taking them and they swear up and down by them.
Really?
Then a buddy of mine, he actually.
Are these legal?
I know that there's some that I don't know if the FDA has approved a ton. And again, listen, everyone, before we keep talking about peptides, I just want to say I am not a physician. I'm not a doctor. I have no expertise. I did not pay to go to medical school for 8 years.
Yes, he's talking about this for one reason and one reason only, and that is because I don't know what they are.
And he's trying to explain.
I'm just trying to explain off the dome here what I know. But my friend of mine, he has got he is super into bodybuilding. And has gone pro actually, and looks like a piece of granite, like chiseled granite. And he looks great. And anyway, it was kind of funny on my bachelor party. We went and saw the Blue Angels on Pensacola Beach, and we had him do a mock pose session. So because he had never done it before in front of an audience. And so we were like, what better place in front of a bunch of drunk people that are like at Talladega, watching the Blue Angels rip through. And so he was he was just doing the, kind of the traditional stuff. And I told everybody around us, I was like, we need to get him used to an audience. And so they were all just like, yeah. I mean, obviously they didn't care. They were just having a great time. But I always reach out to him about, because he's like an all-natural bodybuilder. And you would know because he was only like 170 when he was actually competing, in terms of weight. And he said peptides just there's just not enough known about them just yet. GLP-1s and stuff, yes, there's a lot of efficacy, I think, in terms of losing weight and getting on them and having some success with that. But all the other things that these are for, there's some evidence, but not a lot of great evidence is what I've been told.
Just give it time.
Give it time. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Right. Give it time. We'll perfect it some way or another.
But if you do run a peptide shop, give us a call.
Yeah, let us hear from you. Around here, we'll try anything, man.
I'll try anything twice. Don't get me started.
The Peptide House of Healing.
Yes. Yeah, that's where I just want to preface. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician.
We are not either.
Don't call me. Don't call me.
No.
I don't have any expertise in this field. This is just what I have been told.
Saying anything about anybody. We're just
I did my own little.
We're just saying words.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I just did my own little investigative work. I was like, well, I'd love to look jacked and skinny too, if I just got to throw a shot in my arm every now and again, and it doesn't have any long-term effects. And then he was like, just wait a little bit.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like this is just fully ready just yet.
That's fair enough.
But who knows?
You got to take a shot in the arm for this stuff?
I think it's I think you can do injections and or oral stuff. But again, I'm not a doctor. I have no expertise. This is off the dome on a podcast. So.
Shots are hard for me.
Oh.
I thought it'd be
Don't like needles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you look away when you get them?
No,
you just try to avoid them?
I kind of shut my eyes.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I kind of shut my eyes and tense up.
I used to get plasma in college, and every time they would do it, I was just like, please just get it over with, please. And that was a fun time. Let me tell you, getting $50 for
hell yeah, that's beer money.
In college. I'll never forget. I used to get plasma in college in Waco, and I would always be in there with people who were unhoused and people who were just trying to make some quick money. And I learned via one of the nurses, we only trusted one nurse to ever prick us. And we found out that she wasn't a nurse and that you didn't have to have any sort of medical qualifications to just stick people and do IVs.
Oh.
I don't know if that's changed. I don't know if the regulations have changed.
Was she good at it?
Yeah, she was great at it. She would find the vein every single time, and we always trusted her. I think her name was Marilyn. I'm not sure, but shout out whomever that lady was at the plasma center in downtown Waco.
Oh, God.
My parents found out I was doing this because I just wanted some cash, just to kind of have, because you would go and eat out, and you didn't want to call your parents and hey, can I have some money? We're going to eat out. And they were like, Matthew, we will send you money if you need to eat. We do not want track marks on your arm from just you getting pricked over and over again at a plasma center.
That does stuff probably become tough to sell at some point.
Yeah, but
like, I'm just giving blood. I'm just giving plasma.
I will say this. It came in handy. I went to see Metallica for the very first time in 2000.
How many times have you seen Metallica?
5 times. I'm going in October to see them at the Sphere.
Nice.
Do not ask me what it cost because it was unbelievable.
You make that TV money. It's okay.
The host of Daybreak has seen Metallica 5 times. Remember that.
About to be 6 and 7 in October. But went to go see them for the first time in Houston at the Toyota Center. Bought tickets, what I could afford, and wasn't sure. They were in the nosebleeds and wasn't sure how bad they were going to be. The seats were going to be. And so got up there and looked down and was like, oh my God, this is the worst seat I've ever purchased for a concert in my entire life. However, is what I could pay for at the time. Went down to the old ticket office. Concert had already started, not Metallica, but just the opening acts were already there. And I was like, you guys got anything closer that no one sold just yet? And they're like, yes, we do, sir. For an extra $150, you can get closer, lower level, and you're like, maybe 20 rows back from there's like a general admission area that went. It was a squared stage in the middle, and then people kind of around the stage, and I was like 20 rows off. And I was like, done. Dude. Pulled out my plasma money that I had in my wallet. And I was like, let's go.
Hell yeah.
And so it ended up paying off, obviously, but I did stop.
Howerton has sold plasma to go see Metallica.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Put it on my gravestone. I'm proud of it. But they'll be fun to see at the Sphere. Yeah. That was kind of a really badly kept secret that they were going to go there. And the minute that it happened, we went and saw them in, I want to say it was July of last year, in Denver. And we were going to go see them in Houston. They were coming through last year in, I think, man, I get the dates get off on me, but I want to say it was like in April. And they've been doing this thing where it's like a no repeat weekend. So they've been coming to town for like one night, and they've been coming to town for 2 nights, but they don't repeat the set list on the 2 nights.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Which is kind of cool because if you want to like pay up, you can get to see like
2 different shows.
Yeah, and you could maybe see.
I understand Russia's doing that when they come through here.
Yes, which
in a few weeks.
I think they've understood that like this format is better for fans that want to hear more of the catalog.
Yeah,
and they will pay to see both nights because you can get 2 concerts, 2 different nights of music, and all that sort of stuff. Well, anyway, buddy of mine had never seen them before. And so he said, let's go see him in Houston. And it's a 1-night show. So we knew they were going to play all the bangers. Mm-hmm. Sandman, Master of Puppets, Whiskey in the Jar. He loves Whiskey in the Jar. That's why I said that. But, One, Burn the Bell Total, Sad But True, Nothing Else Matters. All their hits that would be on like a best of CD. And then he accidentally forgot that his 10-year wedding anniversary was that week.
Ooh.
So
pretty big mistake to make.
So I was like, my brother in Christ, what are you doing? We bought these tickets. They're good tickets. They were like very close to like they had a round stage at I think they were at NRG. And they were like really close to the stage as you could be without being in all the kind of folks that the pit and stuff. So then we were like, all right, well, I'll try to sell these. And then he said, you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we sell them? You keep the proceeds from the sale, and then I will buy my own ticket to go to Denver, and then you can take the proceeds from the sale and buy a ticket to Denver because I screwed up. And I was like, okay, that's fair. And he goes, and we should get pit tickets. And I was like, okay, that sounds amazing. So essentially, we got snake pit tickets. What Metallica does is they do some sort of thing every time they go on tour where they have an inside, like the guts of the stage, you can purchase to sit there or stand there. And so right now their stage is like really huge. It's like one big circle. They all walk around it. Oh. The drums move around, and then you can pay to be in the middle of all of that.
Wow,
it's
really?
It's the most.
That's awesome.
It's the most expensive ticket that you can buy from them. But he was offering like, hey, I'll let you keep my money that we were supposed to use for this show, but let's just go to Denver and see them there. But we only went one night, so he didn't hear all the best hits. He just heard basically like, Creeping Death and this, that, and the other couple of like, things off their new album, and then her Master of Puppets at the end. And then, but it was so much fun. Oh my God. Like we're basically 50-yard line at Mile High Stadium, and the view, like you look up and you just like look around and it's sold out, and you're just like, oh my God, this is insane. Like to be a Broncos player, like you kind of got an understanding of like all the eyes are on you. And so we went and we did that experience. And we were like, we will never see Metallica any other way again. So we got snake pit tickets for the Sphere, and those were very pricey, mainly because, and I think there's got to be a bigger conversation about ticketing for concerts now, because all these folks are, and it's mainly like third-party ticket websites and people who are selling through third-party ticket websites. They have so many more advanced ways to grab tickets, to get in line faster, to get in the queue faster. They swipe them up and then they flip the tickets. They either swipe them up through the main way of grabbing a ticket, which through this Sphere experience was through Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
And then you go on a third-party website, you flip them for like double the price.
Yeah.
And so I remember getting in on I'm a fan club member, and I got in on the pre-sale. Like I got a code and everything. Oh, I got a code. You don't really need anything to get a code. You just like give your email. But I got in line like an hour before they went on sale. And I've heard all the nightmares of like the Taylor Swift concerts and stuff like that. And I looked at the queue and they were like, you're 33,000 in line. I was like, the Sphere only holds 18,000 people. I'm never getting tickets. And so we just went on SeatGeek right after that and just grabbed them right like the next day.
Yeah.
And thankfully they've gone up from what they were being sold at that time. And so we did get them at like a lower price, but but it's 2 nights and it's about like $1,500 to $2,000 a pop for 2 nights. You're in the middle. You're like this close to all the guys.
Yeah.
And they're like coming down to you when they're playing and everything like that. And so that to me, I have told Lauren, I know we have expenses in our household to pay for, and marriages, obviously we got to pay for things, and we got a mortgage and all that sort of stuff.
Sure.
But I was like, Metallica may stop touring at any moment. You just never know. They're in their 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, I'm going to, any chance I can, I'm going to go and I'm going to spend the money. I don't care if I have to dip into my 401k. I'm going to do it.
Man, they are not my bag, decidedly. But
Correct.
That said, I would love to see them.
They're a great show. They're a fantastic, and it's crazy because they don't have the venom that they used to have. Like they weren't like back in the day when they would do a show. You should watch some of their stuff. Like unbelievable energy. And honestly, when you're watching them in these old videos, you're just like, oh my God, like these guys just don't stop. They just start and they just take you on a rocket and you just go. And it's crazy, even in their older age, they still have that tenacity, and that's still like, obviously they're touring less, they do less shows, but they still rock it, man. Like I remember, so they obviously play Ennio Morricone's Ecstasy of Gold before every single from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's like, oh, and the openings of every Metallica concert starts like that, and the whole stadium is chanting it. Like it's like, oh, and then like the minute it stopped, that's it. So they play this, and that's how you know they're about to start. And at the end of the first,
this song,
yes, yeah. Or
I've
it's
heard
from A
this
Fistful of
million
Dollars or Good and the Bad and the Ugly. I think it's from The Good and the Bad and the Ugly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good, bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hear a whole stadium of
Oh my
Metallica
God,
fans sing this.
It is amazing. Hang on, I'll pull up one of my videos, and it's like I won't be able to show you guys this at home, but you can go and look for yourself. But like right when it gets to this part, it's like there's only about 20 seconds, and then they just start, and so because it kind of like and like everyone's just like in unison. It's all, and again, to be on the 50-yard line at Mile High when that place is sold out and everyone's doing it, oh my God, it's unbelievable. Like chills just get up my back just thinking about it. Let me find it.
Have you been to the Sphere yet?
No, but I've talked to so many people who have, and they have said that it is remarkable. Just an unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
Have you gone?
I have.
Who'd you see? The Eagles?
Oh, yeah. I saw the Eagles here.
There was a
Boy, that was a brain fart.
My one of our GMs of our station went recently and saw them and told me, gushed about it. Just was like, this is an incredible experience. Again, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I get it. You know,
You got to really want it.
but you got to really want it. And it's like, I don't think, you know, if you're a fan of like Green Day still has some tread on the tires.
Yeah.
You know, like these bands that we knew in the 90s and the 2000s, they're like
They still got enough on the fastball.
yeah, like Creed's still gonna go around. Like I know we mentioned Creed last time, but like those guys are still young. They got time. But if there's a band that's like, you know that they're getting up there in age and they may not sound as good in a couple of years, then go do it.
Yeah.
Go and do it, man, because
And you know, when it comes to bands these days, that is something you got to think about with these acts.
yes.
You know, I saw Todd Rundgren I mentioned this already, didn't I?
On our last show, yeah.
Yeah. I saw Todd Rundgren last week. And I left thinking, man, I don't know if I want to see him again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I love Todd Rundgren. He's been a part of my musical pastiche since I was 19 or 20. And I followed him through all of his many offshoots, and I mean, his career has just been all over the road map.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of different things with a lot of different people, and I followed him throughout, and I left there thinking, man, I think I might have had enough of him, which is something I never thought I would say.
I mean, people have said that about AC/DC. Like they've said that they're just getting a little bit past their prime, to where it's like, if you're gonna do a show, maybe do like one big one, but maybe don't try to like.
But doing a tour, like,
do it like
that's
hitting
rough.
the road. Yeah. Like Axl Rose. Have you heard how he sounds lately?
He got
You know, it's just like, dude, that guy sounds like he, you know, put his whole hand in a Pringles can, slicked his hair back, and then like smoked 40 cigarettes before he got on stage. Sounds nothing like he did in the 90s with Guns N' Roses.
You'll like the Sphere, though. The Sphere is really
pumped.
cool.
We feel like we're not going to get a great experience because we're so close to the side, like the down part of the stage. But Metallica doesn't have a lot of like visuals for their show anyway. So I'm sure they'll figure something out. But do what?
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah. Well, like a friend of mine went and saw the Backstreet Boys there, and they're kind of a dancing act with a lot of visuals.
Yeah.
So they were like, we don't really think we could have enjoyed the performance as much because they were on the stage performing, singing, and then there was all this other like eye candy to pay attention to. So you're just kind of like, what do I look at? Do I look at this? Do I look down there? But I think with acts where they're playing instruments, it's probably a little bit easier. It's probably more of like a vibe.
Yeah.
Like the Sphere just gives you a vibe of like what the song is that you're listening to. Probably gives you a nice like environmental, you know, add to the senses.
Well, I know with the Eagles, you do have to remind yourself that you were indoors.
Oh yeah.
Because they do a great job of creating the illusion that you're actually watching them outside somewhere.
No way.
Yeah,
no way.
They did. I mean, I had to remind myself a couple of times that, hey, there's a roof, there's a ceiling up there. You know,
we're not outdoors at all.
We're not outdoors.
We're in Las Vegas, Nevada.
We're not outdoors.
We're in the desert
or anything like that. There's a ceiling up there.
Here, watch this. I know most people won't be able to see this. But this is where we were, and I'll just kind of like, that's my friend. Never seen him before at all, and he's like locked in. But the Ecstasy of Gold song is playing, and I'm kind of like panning around the stadium and just looking at everybody, kind of like getting excited. And then wait. And then everyone just loses it. And then it just kind of goes into there, man.
Awesome. Man, I'd love to see them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they are
awesome.
they are like again, just a rocket ship. Once they start, they don't stop, and you just are surprised that they can play that well because it's fast music.
And like I say, I'm not a fan of that genre or anything, but they approach it differently. There's something about them, that is different from most who do it.
They're definitely in the zeitgeist of like concert performances that you need to see.
Yeah.
Like that I would recommend for someone to like watch if they can.
Yeah.
If you can make your time for it, it's definitely worth it in my opinion. How was Hotel California? Did they do it acoustically?
No, it was pretty much a straight up thing. You know, there
Dude.
were drums on it, and it was. That's the thing
was
about
full
the
band.
Eagles. When you go see them, they want to make sure that you don't leave disappointed, and they think and their philosophy has always been that the best way to make sure you don't leave disappointed is to give people what they want to hear, and what they think they want to hear is what they hear on the records.
Yeah.
And they stick very, very close to it.
There's they did an acoustic set of Hotel California in like the 90s, the 2000s.
Yeah.
And it sounds so freaking good. And it's like they kind of like go off script a little bit at the beginning. They got a little staccato, like they're going all over the guitar a tad. And then it's just like doom, da, doom, da, doom, doom. And then it's like, you know, obviously we get into the real song. Sorry, I know you guys know what it sounds like.
Perfect.
Yeah. But then it's like, and it's like they're all playing acoustic guitar, and it sounds so like high fidelity is something you always want, like a record or like just sounds.
Sure.
That's like, dude, I used to listen to that when I was going to high school, like a lot, whenever I was driving in to go to class. So I was like, this just gets me ready, man.
Their philosophy has always been that everything they do has got to be perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no margin for error.
Yeah.
If you were going to be in that band, if you're going to play on one of their records, if you're going to, if you're just anywhere in their circle, you've got to be perfect at what you do.
They play very well. Like, considering, I mean, if you're a guitarist, like Hotel California is like no easy feat to just play in unison with, like, because they have like what, 3 or 4 guitarists?
Yeah.
And
one of them we know is our friend Chris Holt, who's from here.
That's right.
He was the one trading
That's
off
right.
guitar licks with Joe Walsh
That's right.
on Hotel.
That's right. I remember.
They have him, Joe Walsh, Vince Gill.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a guitar army.
To stay that fluid though with that song is just like it's just like, dude, you got to know the hours they put in.
Oh, yeah.
Got to be a lot. Got to be a lot.
They do it. That's what they do.
Are you an ordained minister by chance?
Not that I know of.
He's just dressed like one.
Yeah, I'm just dressed. I think it's more the Sunday school teacher.
There you go. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I actually officiated a wedding over the weekend.
Whoa.
You did ask what I've been up to. I was going to mention that I did officiate. It's my 6th wedding that I did. It's pretty fun. Good time.
Okay.
Married
You've officiated 6 weddings.
Yes, sir. I have. I have. The origin story of how I began doing this is quite wild. But a friend of mine, the guy actually I went to Denver with to go see Metallica, he was getting married, and we were going to his bachelor party in Las Vegas. And I thought it would be funny to go through these, dumb little websites where you get ordained, which are real, by the way.
No, they're real.
They're real. Like the Universal Life Church is a real church. I'm assuming probably avoids paying taxes because of such. And they just offer you, like, it's like when you pay for a blue check. Like, that's like the business strategy is like, you could just pay us and we'll just make you a minister on the spot. We don't care. They'll give you like a frock, like rabbi looking stuff, like whatever you need. And then like a certificate just in case you have to like file something with the county. Anyway, I did it as a joke. So I was like, if one of us accidentally gets married in Vegas, I can do an annulment. And and they were like, ha 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 ha, so funny. Anyway, my friends in Albuquerque when I was working there in my newsroom heard me doing that. And they started dating. And I left the station and they needed a minister. And they said, hey, are you still, was that a joke or are you actually ordained? And I was like, I am actually ordained. I can do a wedding if you need me to.
You have to renew it?
No. It's
awesome.
good for life, apparently.
Wow.
At least they send me an anniversary like email every year. They're like, congratulations for being with us for like 10 years. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. I've done 6 weddings. But they asked me to do their wedding. I went and did it. And the day I'm there, I'm at the county courthouse in Arkansas. And Arkansas has this weird law where you have to file your marriage credentials with the county where you're doing a marriage before you actually officiate it, so that it's on file and they can look that it's all kind of hunky-dory when you sign the marriage certificate. And I was there in the courthouse, and there was a couple that walked in, and they needed to get married right away. And the JP was out to lunch, and the groom was with me filing my marriage credentials, and he was like, hey, he just filed his stuff. Do you need him to marry you? He can do it right now. And I was like, sure. I if you need me to. I don't know if they needed to like do this before, like it was toward the end of the year. Maybe they just wanted to get on each other's like healthcare plan or something like that. I have no idea.
It works.
But either way, married a couple I didn't even know. It was like my preseason game before I actually did the big thing on Saturday. Did it on the courthouse steps. I'd known him for like 2 seconds, and then took some pictures of me doing the wedding of the people that I did know, and then it kind of went off from there. Had people from my hometown being like, "Hey, we'd love for you to officiate our wedding." I was like, "Sure, why not?"
Do these people know what a big TV star you are?
Oh yeah. Oh, and I give good. Hey man, I'm good. I'm good too.
it.
I don't really like.
Which wrestler do you do an impression of? Well,
let me tell you something, brother. These two are meant to be together. And it's SummerSlam this weekend. No, there's a couple here in town that one is a reporter with Channel 8, the other one is a reporter for Fox 4, and they got married this weekend, and so I had to officiate that wedding, and it was a good time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What an amazing cat.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Some people say my officiating skills a waste of money. Others an incredible waste of money. But I did. Incredible waste of money.
Is that a Conan O'Brien reference? I love you for it.
Yes, it is. It is a Conan O'Brien
That's
reference.
So good.
Yes. But I always start off with like, some of you who don't know who I am, I'm just a humble minister with the Universal Life Church. I'm also 10-time Emmy Award winning Daybreak anchor Matt Howerton, 5 to 7 a.m., 7 to 9 a.m. on WFAA Plus, Monday through Friday. Please watch me or they will fire me. And that always gets a nice laugh. So, but it was a fun time. It's good. Yeah. I didn't know if, I felt like maybe you would have been ordained at some point in your career like you're a known guy. Like I can imagine going on a website, putting in your email, and getting ordained and officiating a wedding. Because there's 3 other people at our station who are ordained.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tiffany Liu and Mario Ruiz are ordained ministers to the Universal Life Church.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I know. I think Jesse's done one too. I want to say Jesse's officiated a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it kind of crazy?
That I can see.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's something, it's a sight to behold.
I believe that.
It was hot though. It was an outside ceremony.
Oh, gross.
Oh my gosh! In June, by the end of it, I looked like I had been in the wave pool at Hurricane Harbor with a shirt on. Like when your shirt's wet and you pat it and it gives a nice like
splashes.
gives a damp sound. That was my suit shirt. It was pretty rough. Then I had a DQ triple belt buster that night. I hadn't had a triple belt buster in so long. You guys ever had a DQ triple belt buster? My
I don't
God.
think I've ever had a single belt buster.
He's more of a Whopper Jr. guy.
It is such an experience, let me tell you. Just 3 pat. I was like, who does 3 patties still? Like, I feel like they've all kind of like toned back a tad, just with like, I don't know, the way that norms are with, hey, this isn't that healthy for you or anything like that.
DQ.
People have to think of those things
Not
these days.
Dairy Queen. DQ. That's what I like about Texas. Indeed. Sponsor us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Yeah.
DQ
You're a
and
trip, man.
Peptides.
Thank you for doing this once again.
Dude. I'm glad. We already done?
Dude, we're almost at your bedtime.
We are. We actually
Yeah, we
are.
are.
We actually
are.
are getting
So we
there.
got to get you out.
We don't need you sleeping through the show tomorrow.
Well, I feel like that was the only anecdote. I was so fast on getting on. I was like, I don't have many anecdotes to bring on this time around.
Dude, you nailed it.
But I do have the officiating anecdote. That one's kind of wild.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time.
All right, here's the
Yeah.
great Matt Howerton.
Yeah.
See him on Daybreak on WFAA. Mm-hmm. Not very many hours from right now.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Come on in.
It is
Water's
his
fine.
bedtime. All right, thanks to Shoopy, thanks to Ashley, thanks to you out there for watching. One thing we would want, get us on your social media. Help us brother out that way with this stuff, and we'll keep this thing rolling for a little while.
Yes.
All right, till next time, bye.
See ya. Bye.
All right. I'm gonna go take my pants off.
Your Dark Companion is a Stolen Water Media presentation.